Wait, isn't Cosmos the PBS series in which Neil deGrasse Tyson flies an imaginary spaceship? That caused you to go spinning end over end into existential quandary? Yes, precocious listener. Yes, it did. It's a pretty incredible series offering a broad historical recap of mankind's scientific findings while exploring the mind-bending possibilities of space and time. It's pretty great. But if you, like me, have roots in the Christian teachings of creationism, buckle up because your wormhole is about to get supernovaed. See, Christians don't actually have to be creationists. Creationists believe that the creation story at the beginning of the Bible is a historical recounting, and that what is depicted there is in some way a literal retelling of what happened at the beginning of time. Many of us have abandoned the teachings of creationism, and we are full supporters of evolutionary theory, some sort of cataclysmic expansion of matter billions of years ago resulting in space and time, and all of the above being taught in classrooms. I'll put it this way. Science stands in a decrepit old Victorian house in foggy England and says, "This home is 250 years old, 7 generations lived here, and it needs a new roof." Spirituality stands in that same house and says, "I think this place is hella haunted." Creationism stands in that Victorian house and says, "Evidence be gosh darned, Disney made this haunted mansion, and I can't wait to get to the gift shop." However, when you are introduced to the utter vastness of the universe and incomprehensible breadth of time as we understand it, there are questions that will send a 27-year-old recovering creationist spinning off into the void. Not necessarily the questions of how, but the questions of why. The real problem with literal creationism is that it makes the whole story about us, human beings. The church persecuted Copernicus when he suggested the universe didn't revolve around the earth because he had the balls to suggest we might not be the center of the universe. In the grand scale of everything, we are shockingly insignificant. Our time on this planet is infinitesimal, and all of our striving, work, stress, pain, fear, love, conquest, and heartache is downright immeasurable. Please see Carl Sagan's Pale Blue Dot. It takes place on a barely observable scale in a universe where there could be billions of planets just like ours. So why are we here? What is life for? What is the point? Why do we care about ourselves so much? Why did we evolve with this sense of wonder, curiosity, and these deep cravings for answers? Why attempt to do anything meaningful at all? If we are here today and gone tomorrow as fast as an ember flying off a bonfire of star matter and gas, maybe there's a point to simply trying to enjoy yourself. Amass all the money, power, and glory you can before you die and are forgotten. All of us are forgotten anyway, so you might as well just do whatever you want and then go, right? Then we get this confrontational passage in the ancient book Ecclesiastes. Meaningless, meaningless, everything is meaningless. These words aren't written by a starving artist in an opium den or a broke philosopher losing his mind to syphilis. They were written by King Solomon, a man history confirms was wealthy to a degree that made Steve Jobs look like he was hawking phones out of a van. He spent decades of his life living the craziest rap video imaginable, wearing more treasure than a pirate ship and getting Cabernet sponge baths. He was respected, adored, worshipped, and surrounded by a literal cavalcade of T&A. And he gets to the end of his life saying, meaningless? It was all meaningless. So what's the point? Where's our significance? What are we supposed to do with our moment of life? Why are we here? I don't know that 2 dudes in a Pasadena bungalow are going to get to the bottom of it, but you'll just have to keep downloading this podcast to find out.